Perfect purity and brutal beauty. A strong, simple bobber with a lovely handmade touch. The color Carnival Red, which is present on the tank and fenders, serves as the new Bonneville Bobber Gold Line Edition's primary design motif. A two-stripe design and foil knee pad patterns decorate the tank. This hand-painted gold stripes that correspond with the Gold Triumph tank emblem and the distinctive Gold Line logo complete these features. The side panels have a sapphire black finish along with a hand-painted gold line in addition to a distinctive gold and silver Bonneville Bobber emblem. The new Bonneville Bobber Gold Line Edition comes with all the improvements of the most recent model, which delivers exceptional levels of standard features in addition to its custom appearance, including twin Brembo front braking with ABS, premium Showa suspension, and a sizable front wheel. The brand new Bobber Gold Line Edition is propelled by a 1,200cc high-torque twin engines that complies with Euro 5 standards and has been tuned specifically for bobbers. Its peak output is 78 PS at 6,100 revolutions per minute and 106 Nm at 4,000 revolutions per minute. A true jewel, the Bonneville Bobber engines. First off, the aesthetic effect of this distinctly British parallel twin engines, which brings so much memory to the whole thing, cannot be overstated. While the water jacket along with downpipe-mounted radiators perform all the work, the combustion engine nevertheless has cooling fins on the cylinder head and crankshaft. The engines has a 1,200cc capacity with a diameter and stroke of 97.6 mm and 80 mm, respectively, with an average low compression ratio of 10:1. The cooled fins on the exhaust manifolds are a lovely nod to the past, but what truly makes it unique are the throttle bodies and how closely they resemble the old mechanical slide carburetors. The 4 pistons per combustion chamber are multiplied by 1 overhead camshaft, making the top end very simple. Motorcycle crankpins are 270 degrees apart at the bottom, making it a parallel twin that operates like a V-twin. Although this is a positive thing, the actual benefit comes from the improved rear-wheel traction. The rear tire has time to grip due to the lengthy delay between power pulses. This Bonneville Bobber generates 78.2 pound-feet of torque and 76.9 horsepower. At 6,100 revolutions per minute and 4,000 revolutions per minute, these numbers are reached. Therefore, you can anticipate a lot of power that can be directed quite low in the range and that pulls strongly in the mid-range. For rapid personality changes on the fly, the Bobber's 2 riding styles and switchable traction controls work in conjunction with the engine's control system. This slipper clutch, which allows the lever to be softly pressed and minimizes rear torque in favor of a rear contact patch, channels power. This Bonneville Bobber can travel at a peak speed of 120 miles per hour because to the overall gear ratios. The quarter mile is run in 12.5 seconds, while 0 to 60 takes 3.6 seconds. With all the vintage Easter eggs it has, this bobber is like a moving museum. The appearance is enhanced by the bobber's extra-wide tires, bulging fenders at both ends, with excessive blackout treatments. The motorcycle's front is drooped and seems dated due to the fork gusset. Its distinctive circular headlight housing is made to seem vintage, but inside you'll discover ultra-bright LED technology that can compete with other contemporary vehicles in terms of brightness for excellent visibility in all directions. All of the gauges and electrical controls for the ride are gathered in a circular instrument box that is located below the gearbox. This keeps the interior comfortable and tidy. To ensure there are no passengers, the solitary seat sort of hovers in the air right above the rear shock absorbers. Given that it's a bobber, you are aware that you are traveling alone. LEDs are used in the taillights and indications to increase visibility and safety. The rear fender's external reinforcement is a lovely finishing touch that takes inspiration from historical documents. The geometry of the tubular steel frame is well known and mixes in beautifully with the hardtail design at the rear. Triumph has created a swing arm that, like the Softail from Harley-Davidson, gives a contemporary riding despite its retro appearance. According to the seat are coilover shocks that support and dampening the rear, while a set of 47mm Showa RWU forks handle the problem at the front with constant damping levels. The frame's twin downtube and dual mount design, which is reminiscent of older cycles, fully supports the drivetrain rather than employing it as a stressed component. The black, 16-inch rims of the bobber add to its customized appearance while being quite understated. Two Brembo calipers with two pistons each and a 310mm disc at the front hold the motorcycle in place, while a 255mm disc along with a Nissin single pot anchor at the back do the same. ABS is provided by default.